I've replayed yesterday in my head so many times that my thoughts feel overheated, like my mind can't process how deeply one moment shifted everything I thought I knew. Every time I try to explain what you did yesterday, my thoughts scatter because it wasn't just an action, it was a quiet earthquake inside me. I sit here searching for words, but none of them are strong enough to hold what yesterday felt like when you looked at me that way. My brain literally freezes when I think about what you did because it rewrote something in me I didn't even know was editable. Yesterday wasn't dramatic or loud, but somehow it rearranged my entire emotional landscape without asking permission. I've tried to talk about it, but every sentence collapses because how do you explain the moment someone changes how safe your heart feels? What you did yesterday keeps looping in my mind, not because it hurt, but because it mattered more than I was ready for. I thought I understood you, but yesterday introduced a version of you that left my thoughts stunned and silent. My mind short circuits because what you did wasn't expected, rehearsed, or planned. It was real, and that scares me. Yesterday wasn't just a memory. It was a turning point my heart noticed before my brain could catch up. I've been searching for language strong enough to explain it, but all I have is this quiet ache of knowing something changed. What you did yesterday didn't make sense logically, yet emotionally, it landed with terrifying precision. Every attempt to describe yesterday ends the same way, with me staring at the ceiling, wondering why it affected me so deeply. My thoughts stumble over themselves because that moment cracked open a door I had sealed shut for years. I keep asking myself why something so small felt so massive, and my mind has no answer, only echoes. Yesterday left me mentally paused, like my brain hit a buffering screen it still hasn't loaded past. I've been trying to name the feeling, but it's somewhere between shock, warmth, fear, and recognition. What you did didn't scream for attention, yet it commanded every thought I've had since. My mind fails me when I try to explain it, because the truth lives deeper than words can reach. Yesterday was the kind of moment that doesn't announce itself, but quietly becomes unforgettable. I thought I was emotionally prepared for anything, but yesterday proved there are still moments that disarm me completely. My brain keeps short-circuiting because that action bypassed logic and went straight to my core. I didn't expect yesterday to matter, yet here I am, unable to stop thinking about it. The words disappear every time I try to describe it, because some experiences are felt, not spoken. What you did lingered, not loudly, but persistently, like a truth my mind can't unsee. Yesterday left me questioning things I thought were settled, and my thoughts haven't recovered since. I replay that moment not for answers, but because my heart recognized something before my mind did. My brain stalls every time I try to explain how one simple act carried so much weight. What you did yesterday didn't confuse me. It clarified something I wasn't ready to face. I keep losing the words because that moment bypassed language and branded itself into memory. Yesterday felt like emotional static, too intense to ignore, too subtle to fully explain. I didn't expect your actions to follow me into today, yet here they are, living rent-free in my thoughts. My mind trips over itself, trying to understand why that moment mattered more than 1,000 conversations. What you did wasn't dramatic, but it was deliberate, and my heart noticed immediately. Yesterday wasn't loud, but it was honest, and honesty always leaves a mark. I've been searching for logic, but all I find is feeling, and that's what scares me. My brain short circuits because I wasn't prepared for how seen I felt in that moment. Yesterday cracked something open in me that I didn't know how to close again. Every attempt to explain it feels shallow compared to how deeply it landed. What you did forced my heart and mind into the same conversation, and neither was ready.